That is awesome, dude. Look how red he is. That's real animal style right there.
Look at that.
That is a day maker, baby. Oh, look at that.
Real Animals, presented by Contender Boats.
Hey gang, today we're fishing out a beautiful South Seas Island resort. We're on the north end of Captiva, one of my favorite places on the west coast of Florida. My good man, Captain Ozzy Fisher's taking me fishing. What do you think, Oz? What's the game plan?
Game plan is we're going to try to get some action today. We're in mid-January. This time of year, I don't catch a lot of real big fish, more numbers, but we have a shot at a big redfish though.
Okay, sounds like a great day of
Trying
fishing.
to get some action.
Action out of South Seas Island Resort works for me. Fishing out a beautiful South Seas Island Resort today. My good friend Captain Ozzy Fisher is taking us fishing. We're fishing out of Captiva, Florida, one of my favorite destinations in the entire state. Captain Ozzy and I have been fishing together for 10 years now, and he's one of my favorite people to spend the day on the boat with. We had some pretty bad weather a couple days before this trip out with Ozzy, and it muddied up a lot of Pine Island Sound and a lot of this part of the Gulf that we were in. Ozzy had a shoreline that was protected from the wind, had some pretty clean water on it, was holding some small snook and some nice trout. He had caught a few there the day before, so that's where we started our morning. What's the plan here, Oz?
Well, we came up here. This area was really protected from that wind we had. You know, those really super high winds, so the water should be clean. Should be some small snook in here, and every now and then I'll get some big trout.
Okay.
But I almost never catch redfish here. But it's more, you know, see if we can't get some nice snook and some big, maybe you get lucky, get a couple trout.
Well, Ozzy kind of had fished a couple days beforehand, had caught some really nice trout, had some snook going here and there, and had been into some really nice redfish. Oh,
there you go. Trout. Nice trout.
Nice fish, though.
Nice trout.
Pretty fish.
There's 18-incher. I'm on too.
Doubled up, baby.
I think mine's bigger than yours, Mike.
Slow to go. You think?
Nah.
No.
No, but
Pretty fish, though.
I got a nice trout.
Yeah, really nice trout, too. Come here. Come here. I know.
Way to start with a double. That always works, right?
Pretty fish, too. Look at
You know,
it.
circle hooks work
Good
just.
size. Twins. Yours might be a little bigger.
I want to show you something, Mike. Remember we were talking about in these warm winters, that fish has roe in it.
Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah.
roe.
Yeah.
And these fish normally spawn in April. And I was telling you when we were driving the boat up here that I've been catching fish with roe in them. Some of these big females are all starting to spawn already.
That's crazy. This one doesn't have roe in it, but.
Yeah. All right. Nice trout. A couple 18, 19-incher
Yeah,
start.
that's a nice fish right there.
Perfect.
What a boy, Oz. What a boy.
Little start, little something, something.
Absolutely. Caught some really, really nice speckled trout. You know, it's late fall here on the west coast of Florida. Speckled trout are very cold water tolerant. They do really well in these conditions. The water temp gets down. They have a lot of energy. They still eat really well for us, and that made for some exciting action first thing in the morning. There he is.
Another nice trout, Mike.
Yeah, another nice trout.
I think I just sliding up a little bit is all we had to do.
Nice fish. This one's got it a little bit deeper.
You wrecked them, hooked them?
Yeah, I don't know that it's that deep, but I want to make sure that we get a good release. We're going to use the D-hooker on this fish, a killer tool. It's one you should always have in your boat. You run this down the line. Once it gets in contact with the hook, a lot of times it'll fall right out. Otherwise, you take it and the weight of the fish will help it just fall right back in the water. You never had to touch the fish, no damage. Great tool. All your local tackle stores, your big box stores will all have these little D-hookers. Just a tool, little piece of metal, comes to a hook, run it down the line, flip the weight distribution, fish comes right off. It's a killer tool. So we got a front bearing down on us here.
Yeah.
Supposed to come through, what, later this evening? Late this afternoon?
Late this afternoon. That's, I mean, since we've been out in just a little bit of time, the wind's probably picked up 10 knots.
Yeah.
As this front gets closer, it's going to start clocking around, so we better get to work.
Need to catch fish. What are we trying to do here, Oz? I know we're fishing a pothole here.
Just fishing a pothole. We're gonna try to get some trout out of it. One thing I tell about my customers, and with pothole fishing, you fish at 5 minutes. If you got the right bait, you don't get bit, just move. They're not in there. And it's just kind of running and gunning fishing. Yeah, what do you say we make a little move, Mike? I want to try a couple potholes, see if we can't get some bigger trout. And then after that, we'll go do some red fishing and maybe a little snook fishing.
Sounds good. Let's keep moving. We caught a few trout at the first spot, kind of a great way to start the morning, got a little action going. Ozzy had a couple other spots he wanted to check, but the wind kind of came up out of nowhere. It wasn't really supposed to blow that hard that day, and the wind got rocking a little bit, and that made things a little bit challenging. We hit a couple spots, and things were a little slow, and then we slid into a little flat, and I got into a really, really nice redfish. Oh, there he is.
There's a redfish.
Oh boy, you just said there's definitely redfish here. Yeah, there he is, sure is. Look at that color.
Red dog, good one too.
Real nice one, real nice fish.
Your way.
God, they're so strong, dude.
Especially when the water's cooler in January,
Yeah.
They fight probably as hard as any other time of year.
Oh yeah, nice red dog, buddy. Headed for the boat, get out of there.
Uh-oh.
Get out of there.
Uh-oh.
They have so much energy, dude. It's a nice redfish.
Well, we used to do the tournament trail. That's what we'd want right there.
Oh yeah, that's a stud. That is a stud. With the bull bay rod all bent over.
Oh yeah.
Circle hook right in the corner of the yap. Textbook. Fishing with the Oz, man.
Nice 27-inch red.
Nice fish, Bubba.
Nice.
Oh boy.
All right, a few trout, redfish. We're baby stepping.
Hey, we'll take all the steps we can get, huh?
Nice redfish here.
Good color, nice fish.
Yep, a little blue in the
Healthy
tail
too,
from eating
huh?
them crabs.
Yeah, real healthy.
All right.
One of the nice things about fishing with a guy like Ozzy Fisher, you know, he's been a captain there fishing out of South Seas for so many years now. He knows the water so well. So even though we weren't expecting the wind, our plan wasn't really coming together the way Ozzy had seen it come together in the morning. He's fished there so long and is so instinctive on that estuary. He kind of knew where he wanted to go. Once that wind picked up, tried to move us into some backcountry stuff, a little more protected, some shorelines. Ozzy had fished the days prior that were holding a good number of nice size, good action snook. So Ozzy kind of saved the day with his move to these protected waters. I got one right here.
Hey, got a little snook, Mike?
Yep.
Nice.
Snook, redfish, and trout.
Little inshore
A
slam.
little slam going here today. Heck yeah.
That's it.
Like you said, one of those nice wintertime snook, you know.
Yeah, that's about our fishing, you know. Nice. Nice snook, Mike.
Boy, Oz. Got circle hook, got him right there right in the button. There's just about nothing you can't do down here in Captiva. Great offshore fishing, great inshore. South Seas Resort makes it a great place to come stay, and you never know. Snook, redfish, trout, flounder, world-class tarpon fishing. Come here, little thumb sucker. Sucking on my thumb. You know, snook is one of our premier game fish here in Florida. You know, this time of year, we probably really shouldn't be seeing them. We've had a really mild winter. Water temps are still pretty high. We probably shouldn't be seeing them on the flats the way we're seeing them right now, but the good news is it made for great action on this day for sure. Ozzy, if you were gonna throw artificials today, which we may still do,
Yeah.
water being a little messed up, a little muddier than normal, what would be your color preference?
Dark colors.
Just dark? Okay.
Dark. You know, one thing, People think when the water's dirty, you fish bright colors so the fish will see. It's actually the opposite. It's like when you fish at night, one of the best colors, believe it or not, is black or purple. You know, the water's dirty, you want to fish more browns and reds. And when you fish real clear water, you want whites, chartreuse, you know?
Oh God, he got blown up on, rolled to the surface and the bird ate him.
Really?
Yep. God. Had a killer boil on him. And the bird swooped in and picked him right off the surface.
Right there?
Yep. You know, a lot of guys on the West Coast for years now have used a tactic that we call chumming. You take some of your live pilchards and you put them in your cut up wiffle ball bats and you kind of spray them on the shoreline, the potholes, the areas you're intending on fishing. And what happens is those baits start to flick around the water. They kind of get everybody that's in the area, the snook, the redfish, the trout, the flounder, whatever may be there, kind of gets them excited a little bit, kind of puts a little excitement in the water. You get a couple of pops going, and next thing you know, their buddies all come over and kind of draws the fish into the area you're fishing. Sometimes it really, really works well.
There you go, Mike.
Oh boy, that's that same fish right there too.
I'm on two.
Oh boy.
A little snook.
That was a little nicer than my last one. A little more attitude anyway.
Mine's a little smaller than the last year's. It's all right.
Snook, redfish, and trout, baby.
There's a nice fish just boiled up on a bait too. Just saw a good
Starting
fish.
to come alive.
Yeah. I'll bring it around the other
I
side.
wanted to, but
We can do it.
I can't get this one's got a mind of its own. Come here, pumpkin. Come on, they're playing through.
Playing through, huh?
Oh, pull the hook.
Right
Nice
there?
fish too, yep.
It's all right.
I was worried about that.
Nice little snook. We're finally getting a lot of these. We had a really bad snook kill in 2010 with the freeze, and it shows you how slow our snook grow. These are everywhere now. And I mean, that's 7 years ago. And this is about at what you get after 7 years. They're very slow growing fish. All right, go make some babies.
Yeah, the day before, Ozzy was pretty excited when I talked to him because late in the day, the tide got pretty high, and he got into some really nice oversized redfish and some big holes he likes to fish. And our plan was to hopefully stay on the water long enough that tide come up. Hopefully those fish would push back into those potholes and we could get into some of those big oversized redfish. There he is. Attaboy, Oz. Right out there where we thought they might be today.
One of them big dogs too.
Sure is. Good fish.
Big redfish.
Really big, yeah. Attaboy. Ozzy. The Oz man. God. You know what I'm shocked is it's January.
Oh, I know.
We don't normally get these fish in January.
You know what's
Do normally
crazy?
get 'em? I don't
We
get-
just hooked them in 4 feet of water.
Well, that's the other thing that's weird,
I mean,
yeah.
that's normally like a September thing.
Boy, they're feisty. And again, they're so strong anyway, and because the water temps are so low,
Yeah.
you know, or cool, you know,
Yeah.
down in the high 60s, low 70s, that they have so much energy. Look at how pretty that fish is. We were fishing cut, and on this particular rod, because we've been having problems with the birds, I took a cut pinfish and I put them on one of the jig heads that we were using earlier for throwing artificials to get that bait down so those birds couldn't get to it. So this is just 10-pound test. That's a pretty fish, Oz. Look how pretty it is. Here we go.
That is a big redfish.
Look at the shoulders on it, dude.
Woo!
Got a big
I
old
told you,
head.
there's been some big dog redfish out here.
Look at that monstrosity, dude.
Yeah, that's like 34, 35-inch fish. The hook's right in the corner of the mouth. Come here. Woo! That's a big redfish.
That's a big red dog right there.
That's a big
Put it up
redfish.
here, huh? That's what I'm talking about right there, huh? Fishing with the man, Ozzy Fisher. One of my favorite places on the whole planet to fish is right here.
All right.
Nice fish. Bud.
Nice.
Hey gang, this week's tip of the week, I want to introduce you to an absolutely incredible product, Deeper Smart Sonar. The inventor, the man, the guru, Casey McKnight. Tell me about Deeper, dude. This thing absolutely blows my mind. I want to know exactly what went into all this.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So it's great. I mean, this is what you're holding in your hand is the world's first and only wireless fish finder GPS combo. So literally, it's a self-contained floating transducer. It's castable. It transmits to your iOS or Android smartphone or tablet via Wi-Fi. Creates a one-to-one connection, almost like a GoPro camera.
You don't
right?
need it. You know, you don't
no
need a phone
cell service,
service,
no data plan, no mobile, nothing. And when you do that, it's going to stream wirelessly that sonar signal and those GPS signals to your smartphone or tablet. So wirelessly, you're seeing what's going on below the surface. So it's great for the kayak guys, the bridge guys,
right.
the walk and way guys, and also guys that are out here on the boat doing some remote monitoring and some other things.
I thought one of the neatest things was, you know, because I was trying to figure out, you know, obviously the bridge guys, the kayak guys, the wade fishermen, you know, you use it when you go to Alaska, the ice fishermen.
You know what, and that's the best thing about it, you know, I mean, the console mounted stuff that we all have on our boats are fantastic, right? But it shows you what's under your boat.
Right.
When you want to see what's going on a spot that's away from the boat, that's where the Deeper really comes in handy.
Absolutely an incredible thing. You got to check out Deeper Smart Sonar. It's at retailers all over the country now. Find a retailer near you. You won't be disappointed. This thing is awesome.
Closed captioning provided by Gator Ford. The South Seas Island Resort on Captiva Island is a 330-acre wildlife preserve which spans 2.5 miles of pristine white sand beaches. Enjoy some of Florida's best fishing, from snook and tarpon to grouper and kingfish, or play a round of golf overlooking the crystal clear waters of the Gulf of Mexico. The Real Animals Fishing Show can't recommend a better island-style getaway than the South Seas Island Resort. Real Animals Tackle Box is brought to you by CCA Florida and CCA Florida Star Tournament. Rolls Axle Trailers, built like no other.
Today's Real Animals Tackle Box on this trip, Captain Ozzie Fisher and I are using some really, really great stuff. We started our morning out working on some trout and some snook. Today we were using the Bull Bay rods Sniper from their Tactical series. This is a 7-foot 9-inch rod in the 6 to 12 pound class. It's medium power because it's got a little backbone here, but it's got a real whippy tip on it. Really fun for catching speckled trout on the flats, snook on the flats, you know, things you don't have to worry about pulling out a heavy structure and things like that. For the redfish, we were using Steady Real Animals Signature Series 15 pound. I was only using 10 pound spider wire ultracast Invisibraid on these because that's what I like to use on the Quantum Smoke 30 PTS spinning reels. This is again a medium power rod, fast action, good backbone, fast action. Usually this is the rod I use predominantly for most of my artificial stuff, but we were catching these redfish out in the open flats, didn't have a lot of cover, didn't have a lot of issues with having to horse these fish, keep them away from any structure. So this rod and reel combo worked out just perfect for the day. All this tackle right here, this is all you need to have a great day on the water. In the wintertime, we don't always get schools of these oversized fish, you know, but like I said, this has been a very mild winter. Nothing is really kind of going the way it's supposed to go. You know, our snook should be in deeper water because the water temp should be down and they're still on the flats. And again, lo and behold, here's some nice oversized redfish for us to catch on the flat. Really kind of the day before when Ozzie found him, took him by surprise, and I was surprised to see him still hanging out the day after, but pleasantly surprised because the action on big oversized redfish is absolutely incredible. Come on, baby.
There he is, Mike.
Give me some, dog. How good is that? Oh yeah, look at that fish, dude.
That's way out.
That is way, I made a long cast on this one trying to get on the other edge. That Bull Bay all bent over, baby. I like it. Dude, there is just something about that
Well, I'm glad you brought me so I could watch you catch fish.
That's why you're the best, Oz.
Hey, it's what I do every day. I watch my clients catch fish. It's perfect.
That's why you're the best. My hero, Captain Ozzie Fisher. Getting it done day in and day out. Sitting in one of the best tarpon estuaries in the entire country. Just on the other side here is some epic offshore fishing. We've been out there and caught big AJs and permit and big gag grouper. This fishery is just incredible. If you like to do it offshore or inshore, this is the place to come. And oh yeah, by the way, Ozzie's the guy. Another nice redfish, dude. Ooh, making a run at the boat. Get out of there.
Where you at, Mike?
I was trying to,
nice.
keep him off that
Big
trolling
oversized
hook.
fish.
Yeah, another big pig.
Right in the corner again.
Textbook, right?
Textbook.
Look at that bad boy.
Nice 30-inch fish.
Look at that bad boy right there. Shoulders, big head.
Yeah.
It's been so warm, we got so much bait here. That's why these fish are so active. What a great day on the water.
Nice fish, Mike.
That's one to put in the books, buddy. Another great day with Captain Ozzie Fisher. Thanks for taking me, kid.
Yeah, you can't end on a better note.
No, that's the way to wrap up a day of fishing.
I always say,
buddy.
try to end on a positive.
Closing out a great day of fishing with my good friend Captain Ozzie Fisher on a beautiful South Seas Island resort. You know, you can close it with some nice oversized redfish. No better way to close a day. Some great memories. Another great day on the water with Captain Ozzie Fisher. Can't thank South Seas enough for having us, making our stay comfortable and great. It was a special time. Another adventure we'll never forget for the real animals.